to our collaboration video.
Yeah, this is the next in the series for the SHITE YouTubers collaboration, and on this video this is why we chose van life.
Yes, it is.
Motorhome life in our respect.
You go first. Why?
I'll go first.
I just told you to.
Okay. I was getting very disenchanted with general life. The only time I ever felt like my brain was calm was whenever we went away in the van, and my commute was 45 minutes each way to and from work, and it was just getting worse and worse with the traffic. I was trying desperately to find a work from home job. What's up with you?
I don't know if you put sugar in.
I have put sugar in. Just don't put as much sugar in as you. But then I know I worked from home for a month or so during lockdown, and I didn't enjoy that too much. So I knew I needed a drastic overhaul of the way I lived my life. I was getting more and more angry, and I thought it was due to hormones, but it turns out it really wasn't. It was just stress. So me and Stephen sat down, had a discussion, and I put forward my ideas about going to work as campsite wardens, moving into a van permanently. At this point we still had our old van, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
So we knew that we needed to trade up and get a bigger van in order to live in it permanently. Not that we couldn't have lived in our old van.
It didn't have a shower.
It didn't have a shower, and it would have been a squidge. Us and 2 dogs full time. So we found this van, and from there I found a job. We handed all of our notices in and everything and went into the van. So yeah, my reasons are probably a little bit different. It wasn't really financial, it was more mental, and now I feel very free. Your go.
I was basically told that if I don't move into the van, I'm divorced. I had to do it.
It's all rubbish.
No, just a big part for me was you're working away to pay for your house, to pay your bills, and at that time bills were starting to creep. We hadn't had the big hike, we avoided that, but they were starting to creep, and it was like I was paying for a unit for the motorhome, paying for the motorhome, paying for this, paying that. It was just looking at the money at the end of the month and going, well, I want no money to go away. So yeah, so much. So yeah, there was a financial wise, because this is the best way, you know. And plus we work so many months of the year, and then we have a 4-month holiday as such.
Extended break.
But you know, where can you go and work in everyday life and have a 4-month holiday? Okay, yeah, we don't get paid for it because we've done our thingy, but with this we save up when we're on site, because obviously we're not paying for house, council tax, water rate, blah 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 blah.
Full disclosure, we do have our motorhome on finance. We paid a big chunk into it as a deposit, but yeah, it is a monthly for us. So
it's a damn sight less than a mortgage or a rent.
A lot less than a property. So it was mostly financial for you.
I'd say so, yeah. And then the freedom. This is, you know, you can look on Instagram, you can look on Facebook, and you know,
yeah. I don't believe
there's the part up at the beach with the lovely thingy, and there's the slim bird in a bikini. Now, well, that's never going to happen because
I'm not slim.
She's not slim. But the fact is, there is freedom.
The unicorns and rainbows lifestyle, Instagram van life, and it's not that. It isn't. It really isn't. No. But
you do get some cracking park ups.
You do get cracking park ups, but you get rubbish ones at the same time. And I feel like
chicken tonight.
Chicken tonight. No, I don't think we're having chicken. That because your focus shifts on more towards basic living, like where you're getting water from, filling your van with water, emptying your toilet, what you're going to eat, where you're going to park up for the night. the worries about all the rest of the crap that's going on in the world disappears. We don't watch the news. We don't read the paper.
Nope.
We don't have any news flashes on our phone. So we don't know all of the doom and gloom that the media throws at you every single day, which is basically, it's going to sound very conspiracy theorist this, but it's to keep people in day-to-day life to pay for the MPs to live their lavish lifestyles that they do.
Yeah.
And the media is in with that. So when you're sitting down and watching the news, think about that when they're marketing all of the war and all that kind of rubbish at you, and then they're avoiding some of the big stuff that's going on, like Iran. That's only just coming out at the minute, but that's been going on for ages. So we don't really watch any of that stuff. We just see it when it pops up on TikTok and stuff. Other than that, we don't watch the news.
No. We live a simple life.
Yeah,
We watch more YouTube than we do anything else, to be honest.
Than TV. That is basically, and it's just the total freedom that we feel, especially when we were travelling. It was just, you could do what you wanted when you wanted. It was amazing.
Yeah, and being campsite wardens is not stressful.
It's
not as stressful as working a full-time job with
No.
house and everything else.
No, that you know you've got to keep in order to keep a roof over your head, and you've got to put up with the crap that they throw at you, no matter what they do, before you find another job. Whereas, as you saw last year, we walked out of one job and into another one. Not guaranteeing that that's going to happen all the time, but there are a lot of campsite warden jobs out there, so you do tend to have your pick.
Yeah, well, that's the choice, isn't it? We go away for 4 months. We come back either before we go or while we're away, whatever way we do it. We can choose anywhere we want in the country to be campsite warden.
Unfortunately, this year we chose the Lake District, and it's
Just
being down.
Somebody went to the Lake District when last week we had 6 to 8 inches of snow. Today it's bloody pissing down. Yeah, this great lifestyle, this Suz.
It's nice to
Where's
look
the
at
sunshine?
from your van window, but it won't be that much fun when we're pitching people.
But the Lake District in itself is a stunning place, so
Yeah, you
it's
get to
worth
see
ticking.
lots of beautiful areas and live in it for free, basically, and
Yeah.
paid. And
Well, you do live it for free.
you live in it for free. Well, yeah, our pitch is free. But basically, yeah, you have a lot less stress in your life compared to living in bricks and mortar.
Yeah, well, you get paid at the week of the other month.
The one big stressful thing is your MOT, because you are making sure that your home is able to stay on the road, and I did find that quite stressful. Only one day of the year though.
Yeah, there's only, well, like you say, there's only so much I can check because it's
Because you're not an
easy.
MOT guy.
No, I can check the your lights, make sure there's no knocks or bangs and everything else, but there's only so much I can do. But yeah, we do what we do. We'll cross the bridge when we come to it. That's what life's about.
Would you ever go back into a house?
No.
You think ever?
No,
What about when you're 18? You can't drive a motorhome anymore.
I get a young bird. Lady. Yeah, pop you off. Yeah, in a ditch somewhere, and I'm getting a younger model to drive me around, and she can work on campsite wardens as a warden, and I can sit and watch horse racing and bet.
Obviously, we know that this, it's a physical job, and you can't do it forever.
No, you can't.
So, but you do see a lot of older campsite wardens.
So I was just about to say the same thing. Believe it or not, I've probably seen 60, 70-year-old campsite wardens. A lot of at the moment, so I don't know whether they've took the leap and doing it or...
No, I don't know. But yeah, it's 100%. It's been the best thing possible for us. I was probably on the verge of a nervous breakdown before we went into the van, and that's no word of a lie. I was on the verge of a mental health crisis. My job was stressful. The commute was stressful. Maintaining the house was stressful. I never had any time for myself.
You do know, but you don't do bugger all.
Oh, I don't just show my bum on my phone. Making up for all the years where I wear my bum off.
I haven't even done any washing for the last 2 weeks.
To be
I've
fair,
had to do the clothes washing.
I've had 4 videos to edit and get out this
Yeah.
weekend, so that's why you've taken over the washing this weekend.
Done it properly.
Whatever. He's been using my bike to go back into the laundry, so it's not like he's been trudging up the hill with the washing bag.
No.
so don't feel sorry for it.
I would.
But yeah, that's another. That's actually a good point. Laundry is a consideration you have to take into when you're going into a van, because you don't have a washing machine. At the moment, you would have the ability to dry anything because it's peeing down. Luckily, we've got our own on site for staff.
Yes.
But in Europe, it was difficult.
But then, even though we're in the UK, you know, you've got. We've used a laundry shop, as you want to call it.
Yes,
a laundrette.
A laundrette, yeah.
A laundrette. And it's not cheap.
It was
we only
expensive.
did 2 loads, and it was about 20 something quid
Yeah.
for 2 loads.
Yeah, I think I worked out 1 month. Was it October when we'd come out of Snowdonia? And October to November, that 1 month, I think it cost us 75 quid in washing. So yeah, that is a cost, and it's something you have to take into account if you're thinking about going into a
But
van
in
full-time.
Revolutes,
That was with Revolution.
yeah, they're cheap,
Yeah.
but like you say, a 20 kilo wash,
Tenner, and then
tenner.
you get add a £2 for your softener.
Yeah, so that's
and
12 quid. Then the dry was that 6? Or
6 quid.
5,
Yeah.
You know, like you say, yeah, 20 kilos. Okay, yeah, we should wash more often. It'd probably be cheaper, but then
Then you're going back into the
Yeah.
laundry and using diesel.
exactly, it's
It swings it roundabout.
yeah, it is. But there you go, van life, any day.
Yeah, it's definitely helped us. Me in particular. You weren't really suffering any mental health problems, were you?
Just you.
But you feel like you've got money to spend on yourself now.
No, I have to give it all to you. I get nothing. I work my arse off and have to give you all the money.
He
I
gives
have
me a
nothing.
portion of his wages, so just to be
Nothing.
very clear. And
Nothing.
I save everything. The only reason we were able to go to Europe last year was because I saved everything. Otherwise we would have had nothing. Stephen would have spent it all on magical beans. Awkward silence.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't really know what else to say.
That's our reason for doing
There's
it.
our reason for doing it. We had separate reasons, and obviously you've got to. Another thing I will say, if it's something that you are considering, and that's why you're watching these videos, you have to be together on this 100%.
Yeah,
Because
she was bullying me and told me I'd be divorced, and I quite like her for a wife. Sure, really. So
No,
I didn't
I
really
didn't.
want to. I didn't really want a divorce, so I just took it on.
tell the truth.
I am.
Tell the truth.
I am. You're a bully.
I'm not a bully.
I'm a bullied man. You've told me I have to say.
You were the one.
You told me what I have to say on here, or you're going to beat me up.
Yeah,
so if I
there's
got a black eye
Got
on the
cards
next one,
here, like. No, I'm joking. He was the one who came up with the idea of being a campsite warden. To be fair.
yes, yeah. And I just thought it's a way of earning some money because, to me, it was like, well, if you go and you're not doing nothing, it will be harder. Whereas if we've got something to do to make money, that I just randomly Googled.
Yeah, because as you know, those of you that have been with us for a while, and to those of you that are new, we didn't have a property to sell.
No.
We were in rented accommodation, and we were never ever going to be able to get a deposit to rent to buy a property.
No, Sue's like magical beans.
I didn't like magical beans. It was just renting a property and paying to commute and paying for a car to commute. It was impossible to save up that amount of money.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely impossible. I don't know how people do it without the aid of parents, but my mum hasn't got any money. She's not going to be able to leave me anything. So, you know, we would have been in our 50s before we would even be able to buy a property. It's just crazy, isn't it?
It is.
Absolutely crazy. So we were looking at alternative ways of living anyway. Possibly we
Yeah.
were looking into stuff for a while actually, because I'd started to sell stuff from the house a year before we even went full time.
I know. I looked into boat life.
Mm.
Canal boat, barge boat.
That was another idea that we had, and that is a possibility maybe when we're old. We do like moving around too much to be
Yeah.
restricted to canal ways, especially at the minute, because we're only in our 40s. But maybe when we're old.
Maybe.
Oh,
Yeah.
biddies.
No.
If we get that far and I don't murder him.
We might win the lottery. You never know.
Yeah, oh, that'd be nice, will it?
You just don't know, do you? I don't know. You don't know.
No. You never know what's around the corner, and that is another thing you have to consider. He is the only person that can drive this van. My licence won't allow me to because it's over 3.5 tons, so I can't drive it. So if anything happened to him, I'm screwed.
Nothing will happen to me.
I'd basically have to do my, what is it,
C1,
which is 600 quid in order to drive the van. And it's not because, I mean, I am scared of driving it, it's bloody huge, but I would drive it if my licence would allow me.
Yeah, but if they do it the fan, and I needed driving to a hospital,
I'd just drive it.
Exactly. So
I'd have to.
It's just one of them.
Yeah, I'd have to.
Needs must.
Needs must, yeah. Or there's always people that I could ring to take me to a campsite, and you could go off in an ambulance or whatever.
Yeah,
you know.
there's always options.
We've got lots of lovely friends and family that would help us out. So
yeah,
we are lucky in that respect. And our families, to be fair to all of them, was so supportive with what we were doing. They didn't call us nuts. They were all for it, told us to go for it, live our lives, and that helped a lot, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
Because I had nights.
I don't care what they were saying, I was doing it.
You didn't, but I had nights where I lay there thinking, oh my god, what am I doing? I still do sometimes, you know.
What are you doing? You've done it.
Yeah, no.
Why are you thinking about what you've done?
I know it's done now. But yeah, I had nights like that, especially like you've said on previous vlogs before. We were coming back to the house and we were sitting on camping chairs, watching a tiny telly, sitting on a coffee table because we had weeks left to go. But obviously, you get rid of the stuff as and when you can get rid of the stuff, don't you? So yeah, we had our camping chairs from the van and a mattress, and yeah, it was a bit crazy that, but it was worth it.
Every minute.
Yeah. And dealing with all the Facebook idiots.
Yeah.
Never ever again.
So that's why we chose it. That's why we're in it, and that's why we're enjoying it.
Yes.
That's all, really.
That's all there is to say, really.
Yeah.
Even in the rubbish UK weather. But we're working 5 days a week, so it doesn't really matter, does it? And as you all know, we'll be hopping back off to Europe as soon as we're done.
Yeah.
Going towards the sunshine.
No.
No? Where are we going?
Towards the cold first, then the sunshine.
Oh, right.
The sunshine's later.
As long as I get some sunshine.
Yes, you will.
We
will have a lovely Christmas, hot Christmas again.
Yes. So that's what we'll be doing again this year.
Hopefully.
As much as I was terrified of doing it, I'm so glad that Rob and Lynn got me drunk and made me book the Eurotunnel.
You got yourself drunk.
Yeah, I drank 2 bottles of Prosecco.
Yeah, you got yourself drunk.
But yeah, that's pretty much it for why we chose van life, or maybe it chose us, we don't know.
Who knows, who cares?
You were just constantly seeing stuff on YouTube about people that had done it, people that were doing it, people that were thinking about doing it, and I'd sit there and think, oh, I wish that was me. And now it is us. But it isn't, you know, the lottery win lifestyle that you just go off and travel and don't come back.
No.
We are working still because we have to. We've not sold a property. We don't have shed loads of money behind us. We have naff all now. We spend it all in Europe.
Magical beans.
Yeah, we're living on magical beans. Luckily, we get paid weekly.
Well, we come back with some money.
Well, we come back with a bit, but not a lot.
Not a lot, but that's what it's about, though. You've got to enjoy the time off.
That's what I mean. But there's no point in having all this money behind you, and you could die tomorrow. I know it's a bit morbid, but you never know what's going to happen.
No.
So at least I know that I have done what I wanted with my life if I pop off the motor coil.
Exactly.
So enough waffle from me.
Yes.
And then
Blabbering on a bit now.
Oh, sure. You can blabber.
I've blabbered about why we've done it. Everyone knows why we've done it. You're just chatting shite now.
Chatting biscuits.
Yeah.
Ooh, biscuits.
Chatting biscuits. So go and have a look at the other channels.
Yep. Please go and have a look at all of the other channels that are in the collaboration. I'll pop the link in their links in the description below. I'm sure they all have their different reasons. So yeah, it's really interesting to see why everybody wanted to do what we've all done. And they all live in very different kinds of vans as well. Obviously, we've got a conventional coach-built motorhome, but other people live in van conversions and truck conversions, and so go and have a look.
And have different lifestyles. Might work
Different
somewhere.
lifestyles to us completely.
Living it full time, completely with no job. You
Yeah.
just don't know.
No.
Yeah, have a look.
Stop banging table.
Sorry.
So, we'll say thanks very much for watching, everybody. Please remember to
Like, comment, and subscribe, and buy some shoes.
That was the last one that we filmed.
Oh yeah. Go on the last Fit vlog and buy some shoes from Fitville.
I know, you
our-
see, it won't come out yet.
Oh shit, the bed. Don't buy some shoes.
Ignore him, he's an idiot. Please remember to like, comment and subscribe, and go and have a check out of the other channels down below.
Do so.
Pretty please.
Support them.
Yes, thanks very much, and we'll see you all in the next one.
See you later.
See you later.
Bye bye.